Okay, so we have ourselves an HP laptop. That's garbage out. HP computer. What I wanted to do is to upgrade the hard drive and put in the Windows 10. So this is HP, I forget which model. Anyways, take off the battery. Let's go. You got the battery off. I took out all the screws here. There's screws. Take them all out. Screws. And then we open it up. Okay. I'd already taken out the keyboard, but let's not go there. First, you have the CD drive, if you have one. Pull that straight out. Very simple. Put it aside nicely. And we're going to open up here. Now, you got to kind of pry around the edges to get this plastic off. Now, you can remove the keyboard. You got to pry the side and kind of wiggle it out. As you can see, there's tabs that just hold it in. Once you take it out, there's a ribbon cable. You can easily just undo the tab here. It's a clip here. You unclip it here, chick, and the cable comes out like this. So there's a black tab here. Pull it towards the right side, like up and right. So it's gonna, the door, it's like a door. This black tab here just opens like this. Once it's open, you can pull the ribbon cable out and take this out. It's a very easy thing. So what you do, click it open, and that's it. The ribbon comes out. Right now she's a little stuck, so we'll leave her in there because she's comfy. Okay, so that's basically it. You gotta undo the power cable here. Okay, and you gotta do the other cable here. Now, how you gotta do it is you gotta get a plastic tool. Here, I'm just using some plastic fork, whatever. But you gotta jam it in the sides here. So what I did was I went here and I pried a bit here. Okay, that's what I did. I pried it inside like this. Like that. Okay. You pry it in there, get in there. And what you gotta do is you gotta go along like this. Very simple. And you kind of gotta get in the edge there. Okay, let me just get in there because I'm not in a good angle. So you got it wedged open like this. You just gotta go along here and open her up. Now, before you do that, there are screws that are placed here on this metal thing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 5 screws. Take them out. Pry out the edge. As you can see what I was doing here. Pry out the edge. This whole thing will come out. So let's do that. Let's get the screwdriver. Where is the right one? Let's see if we can find the right screwdriver.
No, they made a good point in like.
And let's see. To find it. Give me 2 seconds there, because as usual everything disappears. And sitting on it, of course. Okay, so you get your screwdriver and you take these off. That's it. That's one. There's two. I already took the other ones off, okay? So that's two of them there. Let's try and pry this open. Okay. So the way I did it, I just put it like this. My tool. That's it. You see? Pries open. So once you get it good and pried, you just give it a good go. Okay. Excuse me. It's a nice clip there. I don't want to come out. Yeah. As you can see, I took out this tab while I was pulling it out. We'll have to put that in. That's the power cable. So, let's see what's holding it. Don't want to separate this guy. So we're gonna go from the other side.
14 these look
Encourage
south.
him to come out. Okay. Just like this. Oh, that's true. You got to take out the screw here. A little screw for the CD drive, or it won't come out. Okay, so that's done. So as you can see, everything came out like that. Okay, and as you can see, well, my keyboard is getting crazy here. You could do it nicer than the way I'm doing. Like I said, you got to take out these cables before. These cables have to come out. The power, there's a whole bunch of cables here you take off. You take off this piece here, plastic, you have access to the hard drive. So as you can see, everything's there. I've changed the hard drive. Basically, you just pull it out like this. The screws, you put the bracket, slide it in, and put your screws. So let's put the screws. Where's my little screwdriver? Okay, so we have to be careful not to lose the screws. I wish I had my other screwdriver, but it kind of took a trip. I don't know where or why, but it did. So we're gonna try our best with what we got. Nice and tight. Do the next one. That's it. Just gotta line it up with the hole right, you know? So let's get it in the hole. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Now that your hard drive's in, what we got to do is, let's get this keyboard. I know the keyboard don't like me, as you can see. Now what you got to do is you got to connect your power cable back in. Okay, so how are we going to do that? We're going to click it open again. As you see, I opened it up. Now this ribbon's going to be just a little tough on me, but I will work with it. Laid it flat inside, close the black tab down like a door. Secure it with the tape there that came with it. Great. Let's start putting the screws back into this thing. Get our old trusty screwdriver and secure the laptop. So, yeah, these screws are not, I don't have a magnetic, I do, but like I said, it took off. So, he's not very magnetic, this one. You don't like it. It's really killing me, I can't find that screwdriver. I'll tell you that, that just really, right when you need to do stuff, is when this usually happens. You can't find nothing. Just get in the hole there. Start it off for it. One screw. Alright. Let's get the next one going. That's it. Screw after screw. That's it. It's just my fingers. Each time I put the screw, it goes sideways. It goes straight and it just loops over. So I'm gonna just give me a chance to line things up because I got those butter fingers, if you know what I mean. Those butter fingers, eh? Alright, so then you're gonna put the next screw. That's next. You just start putting these screws in one by one. This isn't really complicated. Straightforward. Put that screw in there. Now, I didn't show you how to take it apart, but I don't feel there's a reason I should show you putting it together and taking it apart, because it's just screws and clips. I basically told you how to take it apart with the clips around. You gotta be careful not to break it. It's very fragile, these laptops. And that's not the right hole. Now I need a magnet. There you go. That ain't one. That ain't one. So got 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. From what I'm seeing here, 4. The other 2 holes are decoration. So Stuff your keyboard back in. Let's just take another look, make sure we ain't missing anything. Okay, switches in, mouse pads in. We're secure on our keypad here. Stick that in there like that. We're gonna reclip the plastic edges. Nice, easy. Nice and easy and clean. Alright, so that's all secure. That's it. Clipped in and ready. Alright. Let's close that up. We're going to put that screw that we had for the CD-ROM drive. Up here. That's it. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't a great idea what they did with these screws, but I'm not a fan of that at all. Let's screw that in. Okay, so it's in. I'm gonna find the other screw later. We're just gonna get this video done with. Okay, CD-ROM's inside. Let's start putting in the screws. So let's just drop them in. Drop them in and get them going. What the heck? There you go. That's it. Of course, that one didn't go in good. What I could recommend, guys, is if you're gonna do any repairs, you know, it's good to have the right tools. These are not the right tools. If you have the right screwdrivers, magnetic tips, with the right gauge size for the screws, you're just way better off than shooting blind, because this is annoying doing work with subpar screwdrivers and equipment. I mean, I'm using a plastic fork to get into the edge. I'm just using whatever I have around, but honestly, guys, the right way to do it is not the way I showed you today. But when you're working with not, you know, if you don't have a lot of money to spend, you don't have a lab, you know, lab equipment to really do this, then you know what, do it the way I did it. I mean, you know, you can go out and spend hundreds of dollars to get the job done, or you can be creative, save yourself a little money, and you know what, repairing your own stuff saves you money, right? So I guess you could buy, there's my screwdrivers, all of them. I guess you could buy the right equipment, make you more efficient and all that, and you'll save money in the long run. So I mean, spending money on tools is not a bad thing, especially because if you were to send these any equipment out for service, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie to you. So buying your own tools cost you money, but in the long run, they save you money. So would I recommend buying official tools for this type of work? Yes, I would, because you're saving money in the long run. Okay, so got one more screw there. One more screw and we're good. Okay, she's all secure. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so when you have your drive, your drive inside, and all is said and done, it's all back together, you gotta get a USB stick. to plug into this bad boy, you got to get into the boot BIOS, and you got to set it to, you got to get to boot from the USB drive. You got to go into your BIOS. It's going to tell you your boot settings. Go into the boot settings. You say you want to boot it up USB. Primary booting is USB. Stick that in. Get into the boot directory. Get it to boot from this drive. It's going to load Windows for you. And that's it. I mean, fresh Windows. Okay? So this is just to show you how to take the laptop apart. Get your hard drive in there. This software part, there's many videos on YouTube how to do this. You plug a USB, go into the boot directory. When it starts, put F10 or F9, I don't know which computer you have. Find out where your booting is. Get into the boot directory, get it to boot from the USB, and it's going to load Windows all by itself. You just got to put in your name, this, that, Wi-Fi, whatever. Follow the instructions. It's pretty simple. So there's your video for you guys today. HP laptop, how to take it apart and put a new hard drive. And as I'll show you, I had a regular HGST hard drive in this, and let me tell you slow how many times I wanted to throw this thing out a window. Okay, this thing killed this computer. I didn't even want to use this computer. I was dreading starting this thing because of this drive was so slow to start Windows. If I wanted to use the internet, it was aggravating. When I mean aggravating, you're pulling your hair out. I put an SSD, Kingston, one of these bad boys here, right? Solid state drive, 300V. It has 250 gigs on it, which is not a big storage drive, but listen, it's a laptop. If I want to do serious storage, I'll put a USB outside external drive, and I'll expand my storage that way. In terms of running Windows, getting an SSD, even if it's not big, is night and day. Is night and day. If you're gonna run an operating systems, you need an SSD, especially laptops with the slow CPU. They don't have big CPU. Look how small the thing is. It doesn't have horsepower, so it needs all the help it can get. You pop an SSD in here, you're cooking. You're cooking. At that point, don't look at your SSD as storage. It of course it'd be convenient to have 1 terabyte inside the laptop. That's great. But seeing that you don't have M.2 slot for Optimum from Intel, there's no way to speed up. Or you could get a hybrid hard drive. They have hybrids which are like a little bit faster than a regular standard drive, but not as fast as SSD. It's in between. You could get one of those. The Barracudas are very nice, but I just said no. I'm not going to deal with any waiting time starting up. Better put an SSD in there with results, fast results, on, off, this, that. Why play around? When you start your laptop, usually you're ready. You want to get right to work. So might as well not mess around. Get a solid state drive inside of your laptop. You will not regret it. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you again.